Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I am back renovating another apartment here in the world of Evergreen Harbor, which is of course the new world that came with the Eco Lifestyle Pack. I absolutely love the way this apartment turned out. I think it is so cute and homey and cozy, and I hope you guys will like it. It ends up having 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom and a pretty open kitchen, living, dining area. It's kind of separated by a wall and an archway. That's usually how I separate my rooms and my builds instead of using doors, just because, I don't know, I think it looks nicer in pictures sometimes, so that's what I decided to do. But either way, the last apartment that I decorated, I asked for your guys' input on different apartments because I felt like ever since we got these new ones, I've been kind of doing similar interiors, not that they're exactly the same, but I felt like it was getting repetitive, and so I wanted some, fresh ideas, and I got a suggestion to do a grandparents' apartment and try to do it, a bit more traditional and use items from other packs and try not to use too many things from the new pack. That way it doesn't feel so similar. And I thought this was such a cute idea. I haven't done too many grandparents apartments, and I thought I could just go overly like homey and cozy and use more traditional items and just make it feel cluttered and lived in. Like, these people have lived here for years and years and just have so many things, and it just feels like home, basically, like a grandparent's home. Not always feels like, but sometimes feels like. So that's what I went for here, and I just really enjoyed decorating this one, and I think it's totally different than the other apartments that I've decorated in this world. I also think the reason that I've been feeling like they've been a bit repetitive, at least in my opinion, has been because I've been doing all of the apartments after the modern upgrades have taken place. So in case you guys aren't familiar with how the Eco Lifestyle Pack works, the world actually changes over time if you petition it to do so, or if you cheat to do so like I did. With these apartments, the exteriors become more modernized, it gets new windows, and it just kind of changes a little bit. They're essentially the same apartments, but like the windows and exteriors change. So you tend to lean towards more modern interiors. And so, yeah, I decided to go back to the original version when you first upload the game. So it still has the older windows, it has the more plain exteriors, and I feel like that just lended itself more to this grandparent style. But yeah, I just had so much fun adding extra details. As you can see, I'm like cluttering up the kitchen a ton. I thought the kitchen was super cute with all of the just like decorations on the counters, and just, it's a bit messy. It's like not super tidy, but I think it, it's still a bit orderly. Like, it's not too messy, I don't think. I didn't try to make it look dirty, I guess is my point, but it's still very cozy and cluttery. And the kitchen totally works. There is a free counter space next to the refrigerator, so if you're worried about it being too cluttered, there is a free counter space for your Sims to do all of their cooking and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, but anyways, I was thinking that it would be nice to have a place in this apartment for a grandchild to come visit every once in a while. So the second bedroom is like an office. Well, it's not really an office because there's no computer desk, but I mean, we have laptops in the game, but I mean, I didn't really see these grandparents as really being like tech savvy. Maybe one of their like, I don't know, grandchildren or their actual children bought them like a tablet or something. So maybe they have a tablet in their inventory and they hardly know how to use it. And that makes me think of my grandma, because recently my uncle has been buying her all of these like techie things. He bought her an iPhone, and I'm very curious to see if she's going to know how to use it when I go to visit her. Well, the next time I see her. I don't know when that's going to be because she does live far away from me, but she didn't have it the last time I saw her. But she did have I think a laptop and like an iPad or something. I don't know. He's been buying her a bunch of stuff, and as far as I'm concerned, or at least from what I've heard, she has no clue how to use it. And it's really sweet though. He's very nice to buy her all that stuff to help her stay connected with friends and to her grandchildren and her children and, family members and friends and all of that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cute, but very curious to see her use her iPhone. But anyways, here you can see I am moving on to the living room space. So in here I have a fireplace, a little tiny TV. This is the TV that came with the Eco Lifestyle Pack, and I really haven't got too many opportunities to use it. And I've been trying to figure out why. I think most of it has to do with me doing more modern builds recently, or at least modern-ish interiors. They're not super modern, but hopefully you guys get what I mean. They're not very traditional like this, I guess. But I think that's part of the reason, but also that TV doesn't snap to many surfaces, so it's kind of hard to place. Like I had a hard time placing it on different side tables. Like this one, it doesn't snap to. The other one that I was using, it doesn't snap to. The side table with the books on it and like the cabinet doors that came with the Eco Lifestyle pack, it snaps to that. So I was able to snap it to that and then lower it to the other height of the side table. So it's kind of frustrating. And I think if you're not using Move Objects like I do, I feel like players would probably get really frustrated with that item because you can't really place it on anything that you think you would be able to. So I'm hoping that they fix that. I'm not really sure if it's been brought up to any sim gurus that it's kind of an issue, but in my opinion, it's an issue and it makes the item really frustrating because it's one of the things I was really looking forward to in this pack because it's such a cute item. it's like so old school, and it just looks like a regular TV that you would see probably not today, but you know, like it reminds me of a TV I would see from like my childhood that would be like just kind of like left over maybe in like a TV you would see in the basement, or like, yeah, I don't think really in like living rooms too much when I was a kid. We definitely had those big boxy TVs. We have a couple of those in games, and I do tend to use those a lot when I'm doing more like cozy interiors, but I really like that TV. So I feel like it's a shame that it doesn't really snap to a lot of surfaces. But over here is going to be that office space. So like I was saying, I don't really think it's technically an office space. It's more of a skill building room because I put this piano in here. So I'm using the keyboard that came from City Living, and then I'm merging a couple of side tables together to look like the back of the piano because I want it to look like a regular stand-up piano because that is an item that I'm still really wanting to come in a pack that we don't have yet. So I've done this a couple of times where I just kind of make my own, and it totally works. It doesn't look perfect, but I still think it looks pretty good, and I really like it in here, and I thought it'd be kind of nice for them to have a piano, maybe just, yeah, one of them enjoys playing, and I thought it was a pretty cute item to include, and I've just been wanting to do it recently, so I just squeezed it in here, and I think it totally works. But of course, if you prefer to have a computer desk and all that kind of stuff, it would fit in here too. But then over here there is a bed, so their grandchild can come and stay with them when they want to, and then there's a toy box for them to store their toys, but it's not like an overly little kid room. There's not like kid posters or a bunch of toys around because this is a grandparent's home, and it's just a space for them to come stay the night when they do. And then over here is going to be the bathroom, and the bathroom is actually a really good size. I was pretty happy with this, but as I was decorating, I totally forgot that I did want them to have a cat. So I do place a food bowl, I think somewhere, maybe I placed it already, I can't exactly remember, but when I went to go take the screenshots, I realized there was no litter box. So where I have the laundry hamper in here with that towel sitting on top of it, I get rid of those items and place a litter box in that spot. So if there's a cat in this apartment, it can go to the bathroom. And then over here is going to be the grandparents' bedroom. So I went with this bed that I think is a base game bed, if I'm remembering correctly. I think we got it in an update at some point. But anyways, in here, the room isn't like huge, so I wasn't able to fit in a lot of different activities, but I do get a dresser in here. And I also put a chair in the corner. It's the same one that is in the living room, but I figured it came as like a set, and this one maybe has like a rip on the cushion, so they cover it up with like boxes and they're just storing it in their bedroom because they just can't throw anything away. Thought that was a pretty cute idea. But anyways, here I'm just cluttering up the dresser, and then I do place that chair and put boxes on top of it. And then this is basically it for the apartment. I'm just adding the final few decorations, and then we'll be going on to the screenshots. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys do enjoy the screenshots. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
Through the wind, I give in.